God bless you all. Let's go lick the world. Let's get it done. Chocolate chip. Oh, yeah. Good afternoon, folks. I'm not introducing me, Mark is. I know you're a little younger than I am, but I've adopted the attitude of the great Negro at the time. Russia will be held accountable if it invades, and it depends on what it does. It's one thing if it's a minor incursion and then we end up having a fight about what to do and not do, etc.
Is the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No, it is not. Because you have the Afghan troops have 300,000 well-equipped as any army in the world, and an air force against something like 75,000 Taliban. It is not inevitable. Well, we're going to win and we're going to help. We have plans to build a railroad from the Pacific all the way across the Indian Ocean.
To President Biden. Can you hear me, President Biden? This is a historical moment for Brazil and for the U.S. President Biden, can you hear me? You can? Yes, good.
Here's the amazing thing, man. There are people that for whatever reason completely ignore this stuff. People that for whatever reason they just can't bring themselves to recognize that no matter how many pseudo-successful State of the Union speeches Joe gives, no matter how many sentences he can make it through without embarrassing himself, the guy's got some very real and very serious cognitive concerns, to say the least. And there are those people, the people who just can't see it for whatever reason. And then there are the ones playing puppet master, the people who have successfully broken those people's brains. The problem that they haven't broken all of us just yet, but they're trying, man. They're trying. And they're not going to give up. I mean, just look at this complete and total insanity and see if you can pick up the issues with this White House live stream.
I want to make those $800 ACA savings permanent. Meanwhile, Donald Trump is about to pass and serving himself. Thank you, Doctor, for your questions, and thank you all for your good work. Thanks again for joining us today.
They're the White House, man, the most powerful building on the face of the earth, and they're faking live streams. I mean, they got rehearsed answers and planted questions, and the guys still can't seem to get through them, man. Whatever they're doing, whatever they think they're doing, this is not helping. But I mean, I understand. I don't blame them for faking a live stream. I mean, this is what happens when the guy actually goes live.
Yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon? Where's your home? I think we lost him.
And that was back when even I thought it might be possible that the guy's brain still worked, which in my defense, Joe Biden's always been pretty damn stupid. He's always been kind of a gaffe machine. And so, yeah, you got to admit, it was pretty damn tough to tell when he transitioned from regular dumb Joe to actually struggling Joe. And, that's the sad thing. It's sad when you think about it, man. And that's why I really wish that the White House would do nothing, because what they are doing is just embarrassing. And really, it's kind of evil. How many people are there surrounding the president, this poor old man, that are working literally full-time jobs to try and contain the depths of this problem? Some of these people will literally do anything that they possibly can to protect the machine. They will debase themselves in any way they need to.
Pakistan should not, and Afghanistan should be people.
Oh, the Easter Bunny, Mr. President.
The more I dig into it, man, it does seem funny. And it's easy to laugh, but guys, this really is not funny. This is not funny. Joe Biden, as worthless as he's been for most of his government career, he's still a human being, right? And if this guy was your dad or your grandpa or just some old guy that you see walking in the neighborhood, you'd at least say something. You'd call social services if you saw this kind of elder abuse that we're seeing here, which I firmly believe that's exactly what this qualifies as. It's shameful. It's shameful stuff when you think about it, man. Whatever this is that the White House feels they need to produce, they shouldn't be producing it.
We'd never have gotten the Affordable Care Act done, period. I called it a historic day. No one knows that better than the greatest speaker in the history of the United States House of Representatives, Nancy.
My question for President Biden is, can you talk a little bit about what is at stake in this election, especially when it comes to health care?
Doc, first I want to thank you. You always are there for your patients. You see firsthand what's at stake. This election is about two different visions of America, as basic as that.
It's sad, man. I mean, it's sad to watch. They edited a fake live stream. They couldn't get the guy to properly pronounce Nancy Pelosi. Who knows how many times they actually tried. And they just gave up and they made a bad edit. They blamed it on a bad edit. And he gave a canned answer that he was obviously, if you ask me, reading right from a teleprompter. And again, this is an unnecessary exercise, man. They keep doing these things that are supposed to answer the public's concerns about his mental well-being, his health, but they just keep making more and more people concerned. I mean, one thing I do think is important, we have to remember who we are as a country.
You're the reason I've never been more optimistic about our future. We just have to remember who we are. We're the United States of America. There's nothing beyond the capacity of the United States when we do it together.
That's who we are, man. We are the United States of America. And in Joe's defense, it is USA. No one says USOA, right? So, United States of America. It makes sense. But this is bad, guys. I mean, enemies see this stuff, and just as important as that, allies see this stuff. Allies that are bound by treaty to have our back if we do something stupid. And more importantly for them, depend on our ability to have their back. They see this kind of stuff and they have got to be absolutely freaking terrified. And they got to wonder how the American public got so damn intellectually corrupted that they pretend not to see this. They just pretend it's not happening. But some of us see it. Some of us know what's happening. And I cannot possibly imagine that this piece of government theater calmed anyone's concern. Anyone who was questioning whether or not we have a problem, there's no way this helped. But I think that this video probably caused more people to question than anything. But it's remarkable stuff. I thought you guys deserved to see it. That's just my take, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't already, be a part of our growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. I'll see you in the next one.